Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Moxie and this is my Week 11 battle versus RizzyPow, the coach of the Phoenix Sunfloras. So first of all, make sure to check him out. Definitely a link in the description to his channel. So before I get into anything about this battle, so the games between Tom and Cypher have been confirmed with who gets the win and loss for the DNP. So Tom gets a win for both, and Cypher gets a loss. It's a DNP for both games, so they didn't play it. So it's just a 6-0 for both games. So that means Tom is now 5-5. Cypher is 5-5. Ipsardy was and still is 5-5. So everyone else in my division is 5-5, and I'm 8-2. So that means I clinch my division now with those losses for Cypher confirmed, and him being at 5 losses. I clinch my division. So I'm playing Riz. He has also clinched his division. So he's 9-1. I'm at 8-2. So right now he has the 1 seed in the playoffs. I have the 2 seed. So if he wins, he confirmed, or he clinches. That's the word. He clinches that 1 seed. And then I would be locked into that 2 seed. But if I win, that doesn't guarantee anything. I would still be in the 2 seed for now, but depending on what happens next week, I could be the 1 seed. If I win this week, though. If I lose this week, then Riz guarantees 1 seed. I'm guaranteed 2. Everything's all good and dandy here. So I'm not doing a team builder this week, because no one else really doing team builders anymore. I think I will do team builders for playoffs, just to really go over my sets, really explain those. But I feel like I'm going to play Riz again in the playoffs. I really feel like that could happen, and I don't want to give away all my sets. Some things I didn't get to use, and I don't want to show him all my things that I didn't use in the battle. So I have some other tricks that I might use next time, potentially, if I play Riz, if I do, which I might not. I don't know. So that is about it for this beginning part, I think. So this is a good battle. So let's just get into it. Braviaries, let's soar into battle! So here we are with the battle. You see the team preview screen, you see that nice beautifulness, and you guys are ready for an exciting, awesome battle. First, I will briefly go over my team, hopefully not too in detail, I'll try to make brief. So I have the Braviary, Mega Gallade, Leafeon, Porygon-Z, Registeel, and Weavile, while Riz does have the Mega Pinsir, Azumarill, Quagsire, forgot what that thing was called for a moment, Rotom-Heat, Latios, and Bronzong. So he does not bring the Tyranitar or the Chansey, or the Glasgow. I was really happy that he didn't bring Chansey. I had things for it, but I still really don't like that thing. Even if I have things for it, it's just so bulky and annoying, and I freaking hate Chansey with the dying passion. That thing is gross. So first, unless you see that Braviary there, so this Braviary is actually mixed. He's not fully physical. He's mixed. He's got Heat Wave, Superpower, Air Slash, and Rock Slide. He got that Life Orb, Sheer Force. I do have a good mix of EVs. I have enough HP to live a return from a Mega Pinsir. It's Jolly, which I feel like will be, to outspeed my Salamence and Thunderous. Then I do have enough speed to outspeed Gliscor. So that's about it for him. Mega Gallade, I have the Shot Sneak, Close Combat, Ice Punch, and Power Punch. I have enough speed to outspeed Mega Pinsir. So if that thing is low enough, I can outspeed it. Even if it wants to Quick Attack, I can outspeed it and go for a Shot Sneak and hopefully kill it. It does like 18% or so. It doesn't do a whole lot, but if it's really weak down, I can go for that. Next, we do have the Leafeon. I do have a little surprise on this thing. I did not get to use it, so I'm not going to say it's full set. But the moves you will see are Leaf Blade and Knockoff. I'm not going to say it's item, so it's a fun thing. I did have enough speed to outspeed Roserade if you wanted to be modest and max speed. Then Porygon Z. This one's actually Assault Vest to deal with Rotom Heat, because that thing is a big threat to my team. A lot of Pokemon on my team are either weak to Fire or Electric. The only one besides Porygon Z that's not is Mega Gallade, and then I don't want that thing getting Will-O-Wisped. So Rotom Heat's a big threat to my team. So we do have an Assault Vest Porygon Z with enough speed to outspeed Gliscor as well. Just have the T-Bolt, Tri-Attack, Dark Pulse, and HP Fighting for the Tyranitar. And next we do have the Registeel, Stealth Rock, Rock Slide, Iron Head, and Toxic. Does have the Choco Berry to take a super effective fighting hit from Azumarill or Mega Pinsir. Really this thing's meant to take on Mega Pinsir. It's physically offensive. And actually does have enough attack investment so that if Mega Pinsir goes for close combat, it'll have the -1 defense. And I do have enough attack investments that Rock Slide is a guaranteed KO if he's at -1, even if he's at max health. And last we do have Weavile. This one's Life Orb. Fairly standard set. Knockoff, Ice Shard, Poison Jab, and Brick Break actually. No, actually this one's not too standard. I do have the Poison Jab for Azumarill. I was debating having it on Mega Gallade. I think it would have helped to have it on Gallade. But whatevs, I don't have Icicle Crash, I have Ice Shard. That thing still hits Gliscor. It doesn't quite Oko, but it hits it hard enough. I do have Brick Break to hit Chansey and Tyranitar. I don't have Low Kick. Low Kick would do more to Tyranitar, but they're both Oko Tyranitar, and Brick Break does more to Chansey. Didn't bring Chansey though. So my plan was to lead with Braviary, because I can hit really anything that he's probably gonna lead with. Probably either Rotom Heat or Bronzong. I have Rock Slide for Rotom Heat and Heat Wave for Bronzong. And if you wanted to bring like Gliscor, I had Air Slash. I was thinking about HP Ice, but I had Air Slash it for pretty good damage. My dog's in the background in my room, so I might hear at some points in this video. Let's just get into this awesome hyped up battle. So I'm gonna lead with Braviary. Get this started with Braviary. So yeah, I don't know what I was saying there. So he does lead with the Bronzong. So I'm thinking, alright, I have Heat Wave. That's what this thing's meant for. To hit damage, do damage. Bronzong. So we do that. It does like 70%. I'm like, oh, that's Phys Def. That is not Spadef. I thought it would be Spadef. Maybe, kind of. But you're actually physically offensive, and you do set up rocks as I thought you would. So here, I'm thinking, okay, I'm actually going to call it here. So, at first I thought, okay, the obvious Heat Wave again, it's obvious. So you're probably going to go into one of your water types, like Quagsire or Azumarill. But then I thought for a second, wait. You move that Rotom Heat. Okay, you think I'm fully special? Probably, maybe. I don't know. My hair is something weird. But you probably think I'm special. And Rotom Heat, I feel like it's going to be Spadef to take on the Thunderous T that I did not bring, but I still have in my roster. Okay, so I'm thinking, alright, you know what? If he goes in Rotom, okay, and I collect Rock Slide, that's going to be a really good time for me. Things are going to be awesome. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make a ballsy play at the beginning of the battle. So I go for Rock Slide, and I see Bring a Heat. I'm like, oh, that's Rotom. Rock Slide! Yes, it connects! It does good damage. It doesn't quite Oko. It's not, but it does do around 80%. That is awesome. It's height. That is great. So he does have the lefties, as I see here, and from my damage calc, I can tell he's Spadef. He's not offensive with Scarf or anything. So he just withdraws as I go for Air Slash. Or no, I just go for Rock Slide again. Because that's my safest play. I wasn't sure if Air Slash would kill. I don't think it would. I think it was a roll. I don't know. So I did go for Rock Slide. It does nothing to Quagsire. My dog is here. Thanks. So yeah, Quagsire just needs set up. So this thing does not get Stealth Rocks. He already set him up. Why am I even saying that? I don't know. It doesn't know. It should, but it doesn't. So I just go for Air Slash there because that's my most powerful move. I don't know why he went and rode him here. I don't know. Maybe he was trying to see if I had HP Grass or something, or maybe he thought. I think he thought I would switch into Leafeon. Actually, that play makes sense. I think I got crit there, actually. Didn't matter in the long run, because I would have outsped and been able to kill you next turn. But, breaking in. Hold on, guys. That is Braviary's 20th kill of his career. He had 16 last season in the Atlanta Braviaries. I was coach of that. And now I'm coach of Baltimore Braviaries, and he has 4 this season. So that adds up, if you do some math, that's 20. So Braviary has 20 career kills now. That is awesome. He has more last season, or had more last season, because I used him like every match. I needed him to get the kills. This season, I don't really need him. I'm not consistently using this as much, because I really broke on to do awesome jobs that I needed Braviary to do last season. So, whatever, continue though. So, he brings in Quagsire here. I thought he'd bring in Latios just to go for Draco and Oko me, but he just brings in this thing. And Toxics me, which, I mean, that's good for damage, or that's good to, you know, weaken me down, but I can still air slash the next turn and just kill you. So, what you doing? Yeah, my dog's just occasionally in the background there, doing fun things. So, air slash, I go for it again, and it knocks this thing out. So, I have an early 6-4 lead. Things are looking good. Braviary's barely taking any damage. I mean, he has poison, he is toxic, so that's not good, and Sunfloras are out, but I'm up 6-4. I've weakened down the things I want to weaken down. Load of heat is gone. I was really scared of that. What? Stop shaking. Stop. So it brings in Pinsir here. Brown Long's also really weakened down, and Quagsire is gone. So all awesome things. So I bring in my Registeel. This thing is my counter to this Mega Pinsir here. So Piper, just stop. Just stop. Okay, stop making noise. Alright, so he does Mega Evolve as I thought he would, and he does just go for the return here, as you will see in a moment. Alright, yeah, okay. So he does go for the return, does do a little bit, I guess, not like max physically expensive, because I do have a good amount of attack investment. It's about even split between my attack and defense, and then I have max HP. So I do just go for the Stealth Rocks here, because I want them up for the Mega Pinsir. He could have Defog on his Latios. I'm kind of not fearing that, but if he does, that'll get rid of the rocks on my side. I wanted Defog on Braviary, but I felt like I needed the coverage, so I don't have any way of getting rid of rocks. So I do just go into Leaf Chunks, and I feel like you're going to go for a superpower, which with my Choco Berry I could take on Registeel, but I want that thing still there for the Mega Pinsir. So I go into Leaf Chunk, even if it's banded, I know it can live. So I do live on a little bit of health. So I predict you to switch into either Latios for this thing, so I go for knockoff here, and this would kill, but Riz is cheeky. Good little play there of the Colbur Berry to take that super effective Dark Hit. So then I realized Leaf Blade can kill. So if you're doing to be cheeky and go into a Zoom Roll set, you can Aqua Jet next turn. I'm gonna just Leaf Blade. That way, if you want to do that, you'll die if you're Zoom Roll. But he just sacks off Bronzong. So I'm up 6-3. Things are good. Things are good. Here, I wanted to stay in and just sack this thing off. That way, if you did go for Defog, I don't know if I would kill. I think it's a roll. That way, if you did go for Defog, it would not be free. But I was like, you know what? He's got to just kill me. He's got to go for Side Shock. And so he does. I go into Registeel. He's not Defog there. I don't know if he has it. We don't see it ever in the match. Whatevs. So I find out it's not Life Orb. I thought it would be Life Orb. He's not. After the match, I did talk to him. He actually was Scarfed. It doesn't really matter, though. Probably shouldn't be saying that, but it doesn't matter. So we do just go for the Toxic there, so that I can weaken down this thing. I can weaken down Latios, potentially, because I can't really take those things on. I mean, I can do decent damage with Iron Head, but I can't hit it too hard. So I just go for Toxic to start weakening that thing down. So here I go into Leafeon just to sack it off. So one thing that's kind of bad, kind of good. So Stealth Rocks actually kill Leafeon. So Riz doesn't even get the satisfaction of getting a kill with his Room right here. He does go for the superpower though, and it would have been nice for him to be at that -1 defense. So that I could bring Weavile and Poison Jab would be a guaranteed kill. So I thought about going into Poor Down Z here, but Thunderbolt wasn't going to kill. There's no chance of it. So I think Poison Jab was a roll here, but I think that was my best play here. I don't have Poison Jab on Mega Glade. The best thing I have on Mega Glade to hit this thing is Close Combat. I don't even have Zen Headbutt or anything. I was thinking about Leaf Blade, but I didn't carry it. I actually had Power Punch, and it wasn't a great decision. So I go for Poison Jab here, and that does do a lot to Latios. Doesn't kill, but it doesn't matter, because I can just Ice Shard this thing next turn and knock this thing out. So I am up 5-2 here. Things are good in the hood. We are very close. We have 2 Pokemon left, Mega Pinsir, and Azumarill. If I can get rid of those, I win. I'm very close here. So we have Weavile. He's at about half health. So it brings in Azumarill. I'm like, okay, obvious. Banded Aqua Jet is obvious. Okay. So I take a while to make this move. I'm thinking, alright, I could go into Registeel, but I want that thing healthy to take on the Mega Pinsir. So we do just go into Cotton Candy, and 2 Aqua Jets from a Banded Azumarill actually do knock this thing out. So Cotton Candy not able to do anything in this match, does just take a death here, you'll see in a sec. But that does allow the Azumarill to get a little more weakened from the poison. So here, Weavile would die to an Aqua Jet, so I can't do that. I think with the Stealth Rocks, Braviary would die. Actually, I'm not sure. I don't know. I forget that. I could have brought him Braviary, I guess, but then he could have brought him Alright, so Riz apparently talked in this. That was a mistake. It was only there for like 2 seconds. So that's what that was. I was confused and sure. I was like, wait, what's happening? Why is Riz playing? I don't know why he's talking to me. I don't want him to be here. So I do bring Glade, I can just click close combat. It's a roll if it kills. Yeah, Riz did record the battle. Thanks for recording the battle though, Riz. Your MVP. So Aquajet does a lot, but I can live it. So it's a roll of close combat kills. If it doesn't, Toxic will kill. Something that would be a kill for either Red Steel or Mega Glade. But the close combat does kill. I want Mega Glade to get the kill because he is not quite MVP, but he's like top 5. He's close. As close as I can get him to being MVP would be awesome. So we do just get the kill with close combat there, instead of the poison. So Mega Glade gets the kill there. So we are up 5. No, poor Gunsy died. We're 4-1. So I'm just gonna keep Mega Glade alive here, so he's MVP, or he's close to it. So I don't want to allow him to die here, because I know I can just go into Red Steel and beat this thing 1-on-1. I forgot that I would have outsped and that he had a quick attack there, or else I would have just outsped and killed. So I thought maybe he would predict my switch and go for close combat there. But no, he went for quick attack on the switch and goes for close combat with my triple. I can live that. If he got a crit, I think it was roll if I would live, but it doesn't matter. He did not get a crit. I can go for Rock Slide here. I do go for the Rock Slide, as I said. I don't know why I said that twice. So I do hit it, and that Mega Panzer is dead. So that means I win. 4-0. We beat Riz. We beat him. We beat him. We beat him. Piper, whoa, you got my sock. That's good. We beat him, though. Beat him. Yes. So happy that I beat Riz. Finally beat him. It probably won't really matter in the playoff race, because I still have the 2 seed. Because Riz has a really high differential. He's won like all his matches by really high differential. I've had good differential. Like I've had a lot of 4-0s. So I have a pretty high differential, but not like too insane like Riz. So right now Riz has a plus 32 differential at 9-2. I'm also 9-2, and I have a plus 27. So Riz has a higher differential. So the only ways I can get a 1 seed is if next week I win and Riz loses. Now Riz is playing Bicer, so that is very realistic that Riz will lose, because he did lose to Bicer last time, so I might lose to him again. I don't know. We'll see. Or if I win by a 6-0 and Riz wins by a 1-0, but I feel like both of those won't happen. Maybe one of them, but I don't think both of those will happen. So I mean, I don't really care if I get 1 seed or 2 seed. There's no like real advantage. There's no like home field advantage or anything. If you're the 1 seed, you just play the 4 seed, which is like supposed to be like the worst team in the playoffs. But it doesn't really matter. I mean, I'll play whoever I play, and hopefully I can beat him. So that was a cool match. I think I really caught him off guard with that special Braviary, or at least that mix one, or slash with that sheer force. Definitely, I don't think he expected that. So that was awesome that we did that. Braviary did a lot of work. Yeah, Braviary did not die. I did not want him, after how much work he did in the beginning, I did not want to allow him to die. After he got the Rock Slide, or even after just getting that first heat wave even after getting that first heat wave on Bronzong, I was happy with how much work Braviary did just with that. Just doing that, getting that amount of damage, I'm happy with that. Because then Glade can come in, close combat that thing to kill it. Weavile can come in. Even with the Colbur Berry, I think knockoff would have killed from that range. So then though, I made some cool plays, went for Rock Slide, picking that switch, and Braviary did a lot of work. I was really happy with how much Braviary did. He got 2 kills, so Braviary is now at 21 career kills. Mega Glade has 12 this season, and had 7 last season for the Cincinnati Charizards. So Mega Glade is 19 career kills, so if I can get 1 more next week, that will be his 20th. So that'll be awesome. So we're now 9-2. We are at the top of our division. I've already clinched our division. We could get the 1 seed. Right now we're at 2. I don't really care if we get 1. If we do, cool. If not, whatevs. We're playing Tom next week. If he wins this week, I think, depending on differential, he clinches a playoff spot. I think it also depends on some other matches, what happens there. But I think Tom can clinch a playoff spot this week, so hopefully he does. So I'm playing him next week, and if he has already clinched his playoff spot, then I think we're just going to have a fun little gimmicky game. Not like too gimmicky, but just something fun, something cool. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching this battle. Make sure to click that like button to show your support. Subscribe to me, subscribe to Riz. Please subscribe to Riz. He's an awesome person. He's a great person. He's a really good friend. He's one of my favorite people in the MPL. Please check him out. He's cool. People make fun of him, for turkey terrorist things, but he's really cool though. Honestly, he's one of my favorite people in this MPL group thing. So definitely subscribe to that Indian man, because racial diversity is a thing. That's awesome, man. So I'm gonna get up out. That's not a thing I say. No, but anyways, hopefully you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next week against Tom.